Hi, I'm John, and I want to welcome you to Refuge, your safe place of hope and motivation. How are you today? I'm glad you joined us. In our last video, we briefly touched on the fact that maintaining our attitude is really critical. For out of our attitude sprout the many hope seeds that will eventually germinate and bring forth in our lives. These seeds of hope come from the nurturing and caring for our hopes, our dreams, and our aspirations. This hope is a very driving force which propels you and I forward. We all have dreams. We all have aspirations, even if we're not realizing them at the present. Seek to cultivate your heart's desires, allowing those beautiful seeds of hope to spring forth into your daily experience. We will look much deeper into this important element of hope in a future video, but for the present, I wish to concentrate all of our attention on the diseases of attitude. Yes, believe it or not, your attitude, as well as mine, are susceptible to dis-ease. Remember, my dear friend, ignorance is not bliss. May I briefly share an insight that has greatly helped me in my quest towards cultivating my own healthy garden? There are attitude diseases which, if not detected and addressed, can cause untold misery and sickness to our hearts. Sickness of the heart may be likened to those horrible, ugly, uncompromising weeds in a garden. If left unattended, they will literally take over the entire garden, strangling even the desired plants. How far will those weeds grow if left unattended? I'm so glad you asked. Those weeds will travel as far as you and I let them, right up to our feet if we stand there long enough. So let's take a closer look at some of these harmful diseases. The first one is neglect. You and I all tend to experience times or seasons of neglect. Neglect is avoiding action or enterprise. There are times of ease in which it is vital for you and I to rest and take it easy, but there are also times when we should be acting and we simply put things off or procrastinate. Procrastination and neglect go hand in hand. It is vital, therefore, to recognize these in ourselves if we're going to live and enjoy the abundant life. Neglect. What a small yet profound word. The meaning of neglect is to fail to care for properly. Some common synonyms of neglect are disregard, forget, ignore, and overlook. While all these words mean to literally pass over without giving due attention, neglect really does imply giving insufficient attention to something that really does merit our attention. Another word for neglect is disregard, not paying attention to. The word neglect comes from the Latin verb negligere, which means disregard. You and I have been entrusted to care for certain things such as our health, mental environment, physical health, family and personal connections, and the like. Our responsibility to care for these properly can oftentimes, though, be overlooked, allowing those nasty weeds to take over. So please, my friend, avoid neglect at all cost. Another attitude disease is lack of self-discipline. There are many who go through life without developing self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's own weaknesses. One very important aspect of this important trait is the ability to pursue what one thinks is right, despite all temptations to abandon it. Self-discipline is one of the utmost importance, an element in any venture to self-realization. The lack of it will only bring about misery, lack, and a host of other unwanted results. Discipline comes from the root word discipulus, the Latin word for disciple. Self-discipline is the ability to pull ourselves up when no one else is around. It is the ability to maintain our momentum when all outside stimuli has stopped. It is crucial in our journey together, therefore, and I encourage you and I to do all we can within our power to develop self-discipline. Be a true disciple, discipline, and watch for the amazing results. Thank you for joining us today on Refuge. If you like this channel, please comment below. Let me know that it's adding value to your life and what you would like to see in our future videos. Again, I want you to know, most importantly of all, the reason for these videos is that you realize that, indeed, God does love you. Ciao.